Namaste, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here with me today. So again, just to remind you, please go ahead and grab blankets or pillows or whatever you have around the house. I have blocks here, I have blankets. You can just throw pillows are great. We're gonna get really deep into those hips today. So to begin with, just go ahead and sit on one of your blankets. We're just gonna kind of pause for a moment, and you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. You can sit cross-legged or fold your legs under, or even sit on a chair. So we're gonna start nice and slowly. Those hips get a little bit of, take a little bit of a time to really open up. So let the hands rest on top of your thighs or knees. Let the back of your neck become long, so drop your chin slightly towards your chest so you feel a nice, long, tall spine. And if your eyes are closed, just kind of tune in. If your eyes are open, you can have your gaze nice and soft just in front of you. And then notice your breath. Take a nice deep inhalation through the nose. Pause for just a moment with the breath circulating inside. And then exhale out of an open mouth and release any unnecessary tension. And do it again 2 more times on your own. So really nice deep inhalation through the nose. Feel and sense your breath traveling all the way down to the belly and chest. Feel an expansion of the belly and the chest, and then pause. Hold the breath in for just a moment. And then as you're ready, exhale it out of an open mouth. This really allows you to target the parasympathetic nervous system so you can really relax. And one more time, please. Inhale. Pause for a moment. Feel as if you're sipping in more air. And then exhale out of an open mouth. And as you're ready, blink your eyes open, please. Lean back so you can place your hands behind you. Put your feet flat on the floor, and then drop your knees over to the left and drop your knees over to the right. So we're gonna windshield wiper our knees side to side just for a couple moments. Notice if one side of the hips is a little bit more, tighter or a little more spacious than the other hips. We're all asymmetrical, so if you tend to lean onto one side, maybe the other side can be a little bit just tighter, more contracted all the time. Notice which side that is for you. You may already know it. And then the next time your knees are over to the left, pause there for a moment. So drop your knees over to the left. I'm gonna sit tall. And we're gonna just kind of move a little bit. So swing that right arm all the way over, reach around you. And then exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, reach the right arm across your body as that right hip comes up. Exhale, come to the center. And then again, inhale and exhale. And then drop your knees over to the right. Same thing on this side. Begin to reach across your body and then bring it all the way back in. So your inhalation, twist your torso as you lift the hip up and then lower the hip down. And again, inhale, reach across and exhale. And I'm gonna remind you, as I always do, if something doesn't feel right on your body as you're doing it, please don't force yourself to do it. We wanna be really kind to our bodies. So next time the knees are over to the left, see if you can lean over to the left shin a little bit and then press yourself up. So a little bit of a mobility in the hips. Lower the hips down, drop your knees over to the right, shift your weight over to the right shin, and then lift the hips up. And then we'll go side to side just like this. Again, if you feel any pain in the knees when you're doing these, separate your knees wider apart from each other, and put a blanket under your knees as you're doing this. And 2 more times, inhale. Lift up. And last one, take it over to the right and then lift up, and then go ahead and come all the way back down. Bring your knees to your chest And I'm going to ask you to take a blanket and just put it so your knees are going to rest on this blanket. And we're going to come into a low lunge. So initially come to a tabletop pose, please. Take a nice deep breath in. Lift the hips up as you send the tail up. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back. And inhale. This time as you lift the chest up, send the left leg back behind you. Bend the left knee. Take that left knee all the way across your body, behind the right knee. We're going to stay here. So either stay on your hands. Some of you may be able to come down on your elbows. Maybe you can use your blocks and come down on your elbows. Or maybe you don't need your elbows. Excuse me, you always need your elbows. Maybe you don't need your blocks and you can just come down on your forearm. So stay here for a moment. Drop the head down. Breathe into that right hip. Nice deep inhalation. And exhale. Breathe into your belly. Lean onto the right side. Open your mouth if you need to. Exhale out of an open mouth. One more deep breath in. And exhale it out. And then gently come back on your hands, please. Lift that left leg up again behind you. Draw the left knee to your left shoulder and step that left foot up. So your left foot is going to be on the outside of the left hand. Now we're just going to move a little bit here. So coming forward, let the hips drop, and then take the hips back. So we're lubricating that hip before we come into stillness. So let the hips drop and take it back. And again, inhale and exhale. And next time as you come forward, then we're going to stay here. So your options here are heel toe your left foot out to the left a little bit. Let the hips drop. Again, you can use your block. So if you use a block, it makes it a little bit more accessible to you. Or if you can use your block, you can bring your elbows down on top of your block. And then we're going to stay here. Drop the head down. This is called the lizard pose. Breathe into that left hip. And you're getting a nice stretch in the right hip flexor as well. So let the head drop. Nice deep breaths in. Feel and sense your breath all the way down to your tailbone. And exhale out of an open mouth. This long sighs really are lovely to get our bodies into a relaxation response. So breathe into the nose, to your belly. Feel the breath all the way down to your tailbone. And then exhale out. Open your mouth and exhale out of an open mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale. And then gently press yourself all the way back up on your hands. Now roll to the outside edge of that left foot. So the inside edge is going to roll off the ground. You can take your left hand to the inside of that left knee and then just do a nice little twist to the left. A little bit deeper on that left hip. Make sure the shoulders are staying soft away from the ears. The shoulders tend to come up. Notice that, and then lift the chest up and rotate your torso to the left. And just breathe. So the key with yin poses like this is the minute your body gets to the pose, it's going to want to resist it. So it just kind of goes into this holding pattern. I want you to think about trying to relax in that position. Even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, discomfort is not bad. You want to just let the body open up eventually and by itself, nice and slowly. You might feel the sensations moving from one part to another. One more deep breath here. Exhale. And then nice and slowly come back. So now coming back out is going to be a little bit more conscious, right? So take your time as you're coming back out. Take that left knee out to the back. And we're just going to wag our tail side to side. And just like a happy dog, go to the left and right and left and right. And then find neutral once again. Inhale, lift the chest up, send the tailbone up. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back, drop the head. And then we're going to try this on the other side. So as you inhale, lift the chest up, send that right leg back behind you. Bend the right knee and take the right knee across your body behind the left knee. Now again here, you can stay on your hands just like this. This is a great way to stretch it out. Or maybe you want to bring the block closer to your body and come down on your elbows. Or maybe some of you don't need the block, you can bring the forearms down to the floor. So again, drop the head down, just send some nice deep breaths into that left hip. And exhale it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. And again, go at your own pace. Your breath can be just natural. Long exhalations allow you to relax a little bit more. Let your inhalations nourish you, and let your exhalations soothe you. One more time, please. Inhale through the nose and exhale. And then gently come on up on your hands again. Send that right leg back behind you. Bring the right knee towards your right shoulder and step the right foot to the outside of that right hand. And then we'll move back and forth. So rocking forward and back. Inhale, lift the chest as the hips drop. Exhale, take your hips back. And again, inhaling, coming forward. Exhale and take it back. And a couple more times on your own. Just kind of feel like you're lubricating, getting that joint ready to sit still. And next time your hips are forward, just pause here for a moment. And notice what you want to do, right? So on this side, it may be completely different from the other side. Maybe you stay on your hands this time. Maybe you're a little bit more open and you want to come down on your blocks or pillows. Or if you want to try on this side, maybe you want to go all the way down on your elbows. So whatever works best for you, just remember that there's no point in forcing your body to get into any shape. We're actually using these forms to get into the body. Let the head drop. And then just notice how the sensations move. Maybe you feel it initially in the right hip, and then maybe slowly you begin to feel it a little bit more in the left hip flexor. This is just the fascia opening up a little, the connective tissues breaking up a little bit. And that is the main purpose of our yoga practice, or our yin yoga practice, I should say. Nice deep breaths in through the nose. And deep exhales, long exhales. And one more time, please. Inhale. And exhale it out. And then gently press yourself all the way up. So now you're going to heel to that right foot out to the right a little bit and roll to the outside edge of that right foot. Your hand can come down on the inside of the right thigh as you twist your torso to the right. And here, this is a great place to stay. Otherwise, if you want to go a little bit deeper, and remember, deeper is not always better, you want to maybe bring the elbow down towards the floor and twist a little bit over to the right. Again, check in with the jaws. So anytime you feel like the jaws are tensing up or the shoulders creeping up to the ears, just let yourself know that you're in a safe place. There's no reason for your jaws to get involved with this pose. There's no reason for your shoulders to be anywhere near the pose. We're really just focusing on stretching out the hips, including the hip flexor on the left side. And again, one more deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. And then gently begin to come back to the center. Again, take your time coming back, right? So we've been here for a little bit. You want to take your time, take that right knee back. Let's wag our tails again side to side and come back to the neutral spine. Inhale, lift the chest up, send the tail up. Exhale, pull the belly and round the back. And then cross your ankles and sit in between your heels. And we're going to put that blanket to the side and come all the way on your back. So go ahead and lie down. Bring the right knee to your chest. Extend the left leg straight. As you notice, my left leg is really strong and straight as much as I can get it. So press that left heel down. Right knee comes to your chest. Now, we're going to play with this right leg a little bit. So go ahead and rotate that right femur bone in the hip socket. And then rotate it the opposite direction. And then come back to the center. Press your knee away so that your elbows become straight. And then exhale, bring the knee a little bit closer to your chest. Let the elbows go wide. And again, inhale, press the knee away. Exhale, knee comes to your chest. Inhale it out. Exhale. Now this time, take that knee out to the right. So you're going to bypass the right rib cage. Your intention is bringing that knee as close as you can to your armpit. Take your right hand to the outside of the right foot and then kind of rock this a little bit side to side. So it's almost like you're in a happy baby pose, except just on the right side. Your left leg is again straight and strong. And then take that right leg out to the right a little bit. Now, with the weight of your hand, see if you can bring that right knee a little bit closer to your armpit. And then you stay there. And you breathe deep into that right hip. So we're creating an intentional compression of the right hip. And then you're also getting a nice stretch in that right piriformis muscle, which is in the outside of the hip. And now we're going to slowly begin to extend that right leg out to the right, right? So go only as far as it feels good. Make sure that left hip is not rolling up. So if you feel like you're rolling towards that side, bend that right knee, come back to the center a little bit more. So I'm using my left hand on my left thigh and leaving that left hip down as I'm straightening that right leg out to the right. And again, nice deep breaths here. So you're getting a really, really good deep stretch here. And then bend the right knee once again. Take that right leg back to the center and bend the right knee again so that maybe both hands can come to the bottom of the foot. And now you're really drawing the right knee towards your chest. So it almost looks like you're doing a lunge, except that you're on your back. And as you're ready, release that foot, shake the leg out, and then lower that right leg down. Inhale, bring the left knee to your chest, interlace the fingers around the shin, and right here, so just kind of intentionally compress that left hip, right? and take it out to the side and in. So rotate that left femur bone in the hip socket. You can use both hands or one hand, whatever works best for you, and then reverse it to the other direction. These rotations are really good for the synovial fluids in the hips. So you're essentially lubricating the hip. And then come back to the center. Now bring that left knee closer to your chest and then take it out to the left. So you're bypassing your rib cage. Take your left hand to the outside of the left foot and then gently begin to pick up that left foot so that you're almost in a lunge position on your back. And then here you can kind of rock it side to side. Make sure that right leg is flat on the floor. So if you can't keep it flat, you can always put that right foot flat on the floor. And then just kind of go side to side. Nice little rocking motion. And as you're ready, come back to the center. Really draw that left knee towards your left armpit as much as you can. Try and keep that right hip down on the floor. You can use your right hand to remind yourself. And then gently begin to straighten that left knee. So again, if you feel like you're rolling over to the left, come back to the center. So that leg doesn't need to come all the way down to the floor. And then as you slowly begin to straighten the left leg, keep that right hip down, breathe into the inner thigh. Check in, make sure your chin is not lifted up towards the sky. So draw the chin slightly towards your chest so you feel the lengthening of the back of the neck. And then nice and slowly come back to the center. Bring the knee a little bit closer to you. Now with both hands, the bottom of the foot, you can really guide the knee down towards your armpit. Deep breaths in, exhale it out. Our breath can really allow us to relax a little bit more, so the longer the exhalations, the more you can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the more you can relax. And then gently release that foot all the way down. You can shake it out first and put both feet flat on the floor. Now, this is where the blocks or the blankets are going to come in handy. So we're going to come into a butterfly pose on our backs. So take the blocks or blankets, bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees go wide out to the side. And some of you may not need the blankets. So if you don't need the blankets and you feel like you want to really let the knees stretch out, go ahead and do this without the blankets. But the soles of your feet are going to come together. And I want you to really actively press the soles of your feet towards each other. Okay, so you're activating everything for a moment, and then we're going to release. So press the bottom of your feet together. That's going to help you activate all the hip muscles as well as inner thighs and outer thighs. Push the soles of your feet together as much as you can. Hold it there for 3, for 2, and 1. Now release it. Release everything. Let it go. Nice deep breaths in. We're going to do that 2 more times. So this is kind of called like very similar to PNF stretches. So press the bottom of the feet together. So you're activating the muscles first. Squeeze everything so you feel your hips light up. You feel your inner thighs light up. You feel your even maybe a little bit of a core light up here. Hold it for 3. Push the soles of your feet together for 2, for 1, and then now relax. So let it go, like just completely relax. And then again, one last time. Push the bottom of your feet together, squeeze everything in. That might even lift your tailbones off the ground a little bit if you do it right. So really press the bottom of your feet together. like they're glued together. And hold it for 3, for 2, and 1, and then relax. And just pause here for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then nice and slowly begin to bring your knees towards each other. Put your feet flat on the floor. Windshield wiper your knees again side to side. Rock a little bit side to side. And roll over to one side, and then you're just gonna press yourself all the way back up to a seat. Cross your ankles again, bring your hands in front, and lift your hips up into your downward facing dog. Drop the head down. Now, with your inhalation, send the right leg all the way up and back, bend the right knee, roll open the hip. Notice that right hand wants to become light. Don't let it, so press strongly through the right hand. And then draw the right knee to your chest, and you're gonna take that right knee and put it right in between the hands. So this is the pigeon prep, and it's pretty difficult for most people. If you're very flexible, you may be comfortable with it. But I would say take a blanket or pillows, and then take your right thigh and put it right on top of the blanket. If you notice, my left knee is bent, and that's okay. We don't necessarily want to focus on that back leg yet. So take your entire right leg is on top of your block or blanket. And then here you're going to bring the elbows down. Some of you may be able to come down on the block again or your pillows. Many of you can just bring your elbows down and then bring your forehead to your stacked hands. So let the forehead drop here. Send some nice deep breaths into that right hip. Exhale it out. Now, if you don't feel anything at all, if you want a little bit more, you can take that right shin and make it so it's parallel to the top of your mat. That's gonna get really deep into the hip. So go wherever it feels good. We're gonna stay here for another 2 minutes. Make sure that right knee feels okay. Nice deep inhalations through the nose and exhale it out of an open mouth. Breathe into the right hip. Open your mouth and exhale it out. If you like to, you can rest your forehead on top of the block. Do whatever you feel so that the ground can come up and support you. We have 1 more minute here. Check in with the shoulders, check in with the jaws. Breathe into your backside all the way from the space between the shoulder blades down to your tailbone. One more deep breath in. Exhale it out. So this yin practice is very introspective. That's why a lot of times I try and just be quiet so that you can really stay in your body. And then gently begin to press yourself up. Now we're going to do whatever organically comes to you with releasing that right leg, right? So some of you would maybe like to go back to 3-legged dog and then shake that leg out. Maybe you like to rotate that leg side to side. Maybe you want to come down on your hands and knees and shake the leg out. So whatever you feel like, maybe you like to wag your tail like you did before. However it feels for you, whatever feels good, do that. And then whenever you're ready, there's no rush, send the left leg all the way up. Bend the left knee, roll open the hip. And as you roll open the hip, Notice that left hand wants to become light. Don't let it. So lift the kneecap up towards the sky. Breathe into that left hip. Inhale. And as you're ready, exhale and draw the left knee to your chest and place that left knee in between the hands. So initially get comfortable bending that right knee. You can take your block or blanket or pillows and put it all the way under your left hip, thigh, right? So the outside of the left thigh is resting on the blanket. And then again, choose whether you want to rest your forehead on top of a block, your pillow, or maybe you like to just stack your hands and rest your forehead on top of the stacked hands. And we have full 3 minutes here, and I'm keeping time for you, so you don't need to worry about the time. Just close your eyes here. Let that left hip open up nice and slowly. If you feel like you want a little bit more or a little bit deeper, you can make that left shin parallel to the top of your mat. That makes the pose a little bit more challenging. But make sure your left knee feels okay with that. And then let the head drop again. Just send some good thoughts into that left hip. Remember the mantra, you inhale to nourish and exhale to soothe. Inhale to nourish, exhale to soothe. We're almost halfway there, so just relax as much as you can. The challenge in the yin poses is to see how fast you can relax in a pose. We have 1 more minute to go, so just again breathe. Take one nice deep inhalation through the nose. And big exhale out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, and then slowly we're going to come on up. So again, your choice, yogi's choice. You can either come to tabletop pose and just wag your tail side to side, or you can lift the hips up into your downward facing dog. Maybe you like to lift that leg up and just kind of shake it out and rotate the hip. Rotate the femur bone in the hip socket. And then gently begin to come back down on your knees again. Cross your ankles. Sit in between your heels and extend that left leg out. So now I'm going to take my blanket and I'm going to sit on my blanket once again. And then I'm going to take another blanket and roll that blanket and put it under my left knee. Okay, so give yourself the support you need. Take your hands to your rib cage, roll it open towards the right knee, and then bring that left elbow on the inside of the left knee. And then reach the right arm up. Your hand is going to come behind your head, And the intention here is to roll your chest open. That right hip wants to come off the ground. Don't let it. You want to keep the right hip down. And just breathe into that right hip. Exhale it out. We're not going to stay here that long as we stayed in the other pose. But we just want a nice deep breath into the hip. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now slowly begin to press yourself all the way up. Nice and slowly, take your time. And then take your hands back to your hips, rib cage again. And this time turn it towards your left knee. Your hands are going to frame that left leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and bow forward towards your left shin. So here, our goal is not necessarily to come all the way down. Although if you're flexible and you want to do that, by all means, go for it. You just want to think about the belly button coming towards the left thigh. And nice deep breaths here. Exhale it out. Again, we're not holding this one that long. Just one more deep breath in. And exhale. And then nice and slowly press yourself up. Take your time. And now we're just going to repeat it on the other side. So extend that right leg out, bend the left knee, take your rolled up blanket, put it under your right knee, and then right elbow comes on the inside of the right knee. Reach the left arm up. You can rest it behind your head. And think about rolling your chest open, almost like your elbow wants to touch the ceiling. And we just have 3 deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale through the nose and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Slowly come on up. Take your hands to your rib cage, turn it towards your right knee. And then as you fold forward, think about your belly button reaching towards your right shin or right thigh or knee. Drop the head down. 3 deep breaths in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale, and then press yourself all the way up. Now for our final poses here, I'm going to give you options. So either soles of your feet together like you did before, laying down, or you can cross your ankles, or you can do what's called Agni Stambhasana, logs of fire. So this is the most difficult. This is probably the easiest one, and then this is like halfway in between, okay? So whatever you decide to go, bring your hands in front, fingertips down, and then lengthen your spine. So you're sending the tail back. If you're here and you feel like you're rounding the back, I'd rather you sit tall and just cross the ankles and come forward, okay? So go wherever you can keep the spine long. We're not holding that long. You just want to deep breaths on this side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. If you're in Agni Stambhasana, go ahead and lift your torso back up. If you're in cross-legged, lift the torso up as well. And uncross your ankles and cross the other ankles. If you're in a Baddha Konasana or butterfly, just stay there. And then your left shin is going to go on top of the right shin if you're in logs of fire. And again, bring your fingertips in front, lift the chest, and exhale. Just lengthen the spine and stay there. Make sure you're not rounding the back. So take the roundness out of the back wherever you are. And 3 deep breaths in. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Let it go. Beautiful. And then go ahead and sit all the way up. Put your feet flat on your mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Lie down on your back, please. Bring your knees to your chest. Hug the knees in. We're going to go into a happy baby pose, nice and easy, rocking side to side. And from here, you're ready for your final pose, Shavasana. So take your, even a couple of minutes here. Let your legs extend. Let the back of your head rest comfortably on your mat. Open your hands out to the side. Close your eyes. Just breathe into your belly. Feel the pulsation in your hips. Maybe you feel the energy flowing in the hips, maybe a little bit of tinkling and feeling that nice opening, spaciousness. My dear yogis, if you're here and you have more time and you like to stay in your Shavasana, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, if you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, begin to bring your knees to your chest, rock a little bit side to side, roll over to one side and go ahead and come up to a comfortable seat. Sit tall. Kind of massage your hips a little bit here. You can even tap your legs. Bring your hands to your heart center. I bow down to all of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. See you next time. Namaste.